Hello, quick Syrinscape update again, especially don't miss the stuff at the end about Nova. I have a questionary content that's missing. But before I jump in, thank you so much for the mayor names. I think my three favourites were Silas Goldworthy, very Dodge sounding, Thaddeus Filch, which is a lovely kind of Harry Potter kind of reference there, and the one I went with was Janos Craven. I used that the other night with my friends. One of my players was instantly craven by name, craven by nature. So I had to actually look up what craven meant. Thought it kind of just sounded generally Dodge. I gave the players advantage on intimidation checks against him, and they actually dined out on that completely and got kind of significantly more info than I really wanted to give in the first place. But anyway, since your suggestions were also good, I wanted to ask you something that this time I can use more than one of them. So I really love combat with complication, like combat in a glass shop where the players can't break anything, or like a library, or combat right up high on a scaffolding on a construction site where they have to make movement checks which are really, really hard just to get around in position, or like a raid where there's lots and lots of innocent people to protect. Basically anything better than just you walk into a room and 3 goblins attack you. I'm sure you have some good ideas, so share them in the comments and I will use them and let you know how it goes. Thank you in advance. Right, Syrinscape news. The team had a fantastic time at UK Games Expo. It was particularly nice to catch up with some of our favourite publisher friends, like Nell from Agate Studios, Jason Bullman from Paizo, who we haven't seen at a show for a long time, Mike Mason from Chaosium, and there was much excitement about Nova and what we're going to be able to do with that, which is super cool. There's a new D&D monster in the store on Friday, Shambling Mound Battle. It's hideous and horrible, so enjoy that. It's already switched on for all our subs, of course. Syrinscape is part of an amazing Humble Bundle till the end of June, bringing together a whole lot of Cyberpunk stuff. So find the link once again somewhere around here, but the basic facts are that there's a shed load of content for a typically Humble Bundle style, really, really low price. Even just the Syrinscape stuff by itself makes that price worthwhile. The Nova launch went really, really well and people seem to be loving it, and it's wonderful to watch the usage numbers climbing rapidly. If you haven't already, do check out Nova and don't miss the 3 tutorials that I made late last week. I'll link to those somewhere around. Really interesting making them because it really shows off just how kind of straightforward it is to use Nova and how little I had to say and how much it's hopefully really, really intuitive. We've also released a whole lot of new content in Nova, most notably mysterious movie intermission music, which was very, very fun, and a whole lot of creatures: rock, iron golems, stone giant, cockatrice, basilisk, flame skull, bullied, dryada, and troglodyte. There's about 20 more creatures I want to do, and then I'll feel like I really have combat pretty much covered for all but the most kind of unusual circumstances. Once we've finished those creatures, then we're planning to jump straight back into locations again and really, really make sure we flesh everything out and fill up all the gaps. Please let us know straight away when you find a location that's missing for you, and I can actually get that done. The content's in Syrinscape, but it just has to be formatted perfectly for Nova, so it works really, really nicely. And it's actually quite easy to make that update, and I'll be happy to do that. Yay! Thank you, as always, for your enthusiasm, your feedback, and for everyone who contributes via purchases or subscriptions. Thank you so much. You keep us ticking over and working really, really hard to make the Syrinscape experience just amazing at the table and better at bringing immersion in a straightforward, non-distracting way for Dungeon Masters. Game on. Have a great week. See you next time. Oh, and don't forget to put those combat scenarios with complication in the comments now. That almost sounds like a tongue twister, doesn't it? Bye!